Okay, this is China round 5, and this will also be the recap right after China's turn. So the Central Power side has gone, which is the Republic of China, and now here comes the Empire of China. Okay, so I'm going to save $1, spend 9 on 3 infantry. And as you can see, I'm going to have 2 attacks. So I've already sort of moved the units in. I'm going to have 2 artillery, 3 infantry from Kiangsu going to Zhejiang. And then the rest from Kiangsu, 3 infantry, 2 cavalry will go in and fight this. Okay, so let's do Zhejiang first. I have 4 3s and a 2. Here we go. And I got 3 hits. I needed 2. I got the defensive 2 3s. Oh, we got a leaner there. That's quite an angle. I will re-roll it. Miss. Okay. Okay, so flawless victory there. Now we have this one. This one I'm worried about. So I got 5 2s. I got 2 cavalry, 3 infantry, with no artillery support. Here we go. Okay, and we got 1 hit. Now his rebuttal is 8 3s. Boy. Just hope he doesn't get 5 hits. 4 or less. And he got 4. Okay. So he'll take 1, and I will lose 4, so I'll lose 2 cavalry, 2 infantry, and I kept it contested. So that's cool. Oh, and I did not update my China tracker, so I'll do that in a little bit. Okay, so I picked up Zhejiang. Let's knock the guy over. Hope A is contested. So the Empire of Japan, sorry, Republic of Japan has China has 1, 2. Right? Wait, hang on. I forgot his roundel there. That's what's screwing me up. He has 4 here, so that would put him here. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Okay. Placing new units. Can't place it in here because I just took the territory. I will go 1, 2, 3, like that, I think. You know what? Maybe not. I'll do... I'll put all of them here like this. 3 infantry. So, disposition is 3 infantry, 2 artillery in Zhejiang, 1 infantry in Hope, 3 infantry in Szechuan. Actually, you know what? I'll put 1 infantry. No, I'll keep them there. Never mind. Yep, I'll keep it as is. Add $1 left over. I'm at 11 on the tracker, so that puts me at 12 for next turn. Okay, so you just saw China, and now here comes the recap of round 5, Kings and Kaisers. Very eventful round yet again. It's crazy how a game like this with only 1 round of combat in each battle can be so intense and so much could happen. It's really cool to watch. So let's start with the Western Front, the most important theater, in my opinion. Germany was pushed back out of Picardy, basically. So Germany has the bulk of its army in Belgium right now with a ace fighter and a minefield. Clear air superiority, but his numbers were dwindled greatly by the French and British attacks. Britain had units coming off land and off transports. I think that was last round or this round. I can't remember. It's all bleeding together. Britain went into Lorraine and wiped out probably about half the Germans, and he wiped out half of the British. So that's contested right now, but the French are gaining some ground on the Western Front because the Germans had Burgundy. They still have Provence. They had Aquitaine. They had Lorraine. They contested Picardy, I think, or no, maybe I'm misremembering. But either way, the French are gaining some ground, and look at that. The Americans are making landings. As you can see, they've got ships all across the Atlantic, and they're coming in to help out, so that's cool. Germans are building up some more ground units. They got a lot of infantry coming. Rebuilt their Zeppelin force. Made a failed attempt at trying to knock out the Russian dreadnought. I got very unlucky rolls, and this dreadnought knocked out a German cruiser and sub coming from 26. So happened to survive. That was crazy, But more Zeppelins coming. The British just consolidated transports, built more units on London. The French are sending their transport back to pick up the Canadians. And as you can see, the Americans already dealt with the South America problem. The British came in and took Chile. The Japanese liberated French Polynesia for the French. And yeah, that's what's going on here. So the Americans are freed up to kind of start building and getting ready to come into Europe or the Mediterranean. Germany consolidated forces largely in Poland and Lithuania. The bulk of his forces were in Karelia before, and he backed out rather. The Russians are just barely holding on. Barely holding on for dear life. Things have sort of stalled here in the south, but it looks like he's regrouping to make another offensive push. So we got that to look at. What else happened here? Over in the Mediterranean, not a whole lot. The Italians took back Veneto from the Austro-Hungarians. Austria-Hungary has taken over all of the Balkans except for Greece, but it looks like he's gearing up to knock Greece out this turn. What else? A lot of naval power here that was moved in, more navy. The Italians tried to knock out Darfur and failed, but it's contested now, so that German is sort of stuck. The British built some units with their military base over here in Egypt, and the Ottomans have a military base here too, so we have a big standoff here, or a build-off, rather. More naval configuring here. This damaged dreadnought for the British slowly making its way to the naval port in India. The Ottomans take out Arabia and Armenia. Sorry, these are what I'm anticipating I might do. And we got Austro-Hungarians in the Ottoman Empire too, helping out, because that big loss over there in Caucasus was very detrimental to the Ottomans. So Austro-Hungary is trying to help out where it can. But we got a big standoff here. Looks like the Ottomans have the upper hand, but we'll see over time what happens. British have taken Persia, finally, continuing to build the max out of West India each turn. They've got units coming over on transports from Sydney. So yeah, that's what's going on there. I'm a little bit congested, getting over cold, so pardon my nasalness. Other than that, the Japanese finally took care of all of the German colonies. All they have left is Qingdao. So the Japanese are pretty much freed up to deal with that or whatever. Whether they're going to probably be keeping a close eye on what happens in China. Maybe they'll send some units into Russia. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So that's the way it's looking right now. This is what the tracker looks like. Central Powers currently still have the Empire point, I think. Let me see. 47 plus 38. That would be 55 plus... Oh, they're at 85, actually, I think. Maybe this is 2 points off. We'll see. But they still have the Empire point. This isn't here. So, yeah. That's how it's looking. This is how the points look right now. So the Western Front is still being won by the Central Powers. They do not have favorable trade anymore. So let's go take a look. Western Front, Lorraine is contested, so nobody has it. The French have these two territories. They have 2. But the Germans have Belgium, Rhine Province, and Alsace. So they have 3. So they're winning the Western Front. As far as favorable trade, 1, 2, 3 are in control. 3 coastal territories are controlled by the Allies. And then we have 3, Hanover, Belgium, and Denmark, controlled by Germany. So it's a tie, so no one has the point. And actually, now that I look at the map, technically, the Central Powers have the Mediterranean point. Right up there. Because they control 3 out of the 4 ports in the Mediterranean. They have Constantinople, Dalmatia, and Provence. So they probably won't hold Provence too much longer. So that's kind of... We could take the point off, but technically, they do have the point. Let's see who's winning the China point. I can kind of just look at the board quickly. It is the Allied side. So let me put that up there. So technically, the Allies are winning the China point right now. That could all change. Where is the China point? Oh, yeah. I already have it up there. So they are winning. Okay. So the Allies are winning the China point. They're definitely winning the Africa point. Pacific colonies, technically, the Central Powers still have it because they have Qingtao, so I'll leave that up there. So that and the Mediterranean are very, very tentative points for the Central Powers. Russian Revolution still hasn't happened, but I think that's going to be one that's very tentative for the Allies. Empire points, as we covered before. We got Belgrade, Sofia, and minor cities, all for the Central Powers. So the score as of round 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 7 points for the Central Powers and 3 for the Allies. So Allies are still getting their asses kicked. But with those 2 tentative points for the Central Powers, that would bring it down to 5-3. So it might be kind of a close game here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Either way, I'm having a blast. This is such a great game. This is so much fun. I love it. I don't care if I lose. It's cool. So I can't wait for round 6. It's guaranteed to have some serious action. So stay tuned, everybody. And we're waiting for Austria-Hungary next.